Welcome back. You're watching Times Now Live. I'm Swati Joshi. Now, India-Canada ties have hit a new low with India launching a diplomatic counter-strike against Canada's Trudeau government over its wild and dangerous allegations. India has decided to recall its High Commissioner in Canada and other diplomats whom Canada sought to link with Khalistani terrorist Hardeep Singh Nijar's killing. India has also expelled 6 Canadian diplomats, asking them to leave the nation by 19th October. After India's strong response, Trudeau is back to his old playbook. Just like last year, when Trudeau first linked India with the Nijar's killing, Trudeau addressed media and reiterated the allegations, but failing to give a single shred of hard evidence again. Meanwhile, Canadian police leveled another sensational charge linking Bishnoi group to the government of India without any evidence. Listen in.
Law enforcement and intelligence officials began pursuing credible allegations that agents of the Government of India were directly involved in the killing of a Canadian citizen, Hardeep Singh Nijar, on Canadian soil. We responded. CMP Commissioner stated earlier, they have clear and compelling evidence that agents of the Government of India have engaged in and continue to engage in activities that pose a significant threat to public safety.
What we've seen is there's specific targeting of pro-Khalistan elements in Canada, or members of the pro-Khalistan movement. What we've seen is from an RCMP perspective, is the use of organized crime elements. And I will say and it's been publicly attributed and claimed by one organized crime group in particular, which is the Bishnoi group. So that's what we're seeing here in Canada. And we believe that that group is connected to agents of the Government of India.
Now, India has once again rebutted Canadian assertions, with sources in the Indian government saying no specifics were given and the burden of denial has been put on India. Responding to Trudeau's claim, sources said it was the same old Trudeau saying the same old things for the same old reasons. But let's tell you why Trudeau is desperately trying to smear India. Trudeau government is on shaky ground. His Liberal Party is in minority in the Canadian House of Commons with 153 MPs, whereas the halfway mark is 170. The reason Trudeau was able to head the government was because the new Democratic Party led by pro-Khalistani Jagmeet Singh lent support of his 25 MPs to Trudeau, pushing it over the majority mark. However, Jagmeet Singh has recently pulled out of the ruling coalition, thereby putting Trudeau on tenterhooks. Trudeau survived a no-confidence motion recently because the 2 fence-sitter blocs refused to back the motion.
देखिए, जैसे ही आप किसी राजनयिक के बारे में ये कहेंगे, उसको हम किसी न किसी जुर्म में, तफ्तीश में लेकर के आएंगे, तो फिर उसका उस देश में रहना बिल्कुल बेमानी हो जाता है. वो वहाँ पर फंक्शन ही नहीं कर सकता. इसलिए मेरे ख्याल उचित बात तो यही थी, और भारत के पास कोई विकल्प भी नहीं था बनस्बत इसके कि उनको वापस बुला लिया जाए. तो मेरे ख्याल हालात जो हैं वो बद से बदतर ही हो रहे हैं, और अब हालात इतने बिगड़ गए हैं कि अगर ट्रूडो कल ना भी रहे सत्ता में, तब भी मुझे नहीं लगता कि ये हालात बिल्कुल इमीडिएटली वापस नॉर्मलाइज हो जाएंगे.
India's government has decided to withdraw from Canada, not just the High Commissioner, but also some of the other diplomatic personnel who are being called persons of interest. So I think the fact is that we cannot trust their safety, security in Canada to the Canadian government anymore, and that's why we are withdrawing them. I think that is the right decision, because this matter has gone on too long, and I'm afraid that the current government of Canada is pushing the relationship to new lows, to levels which we have never seen so low before.
So once again, sensational allegations have been leveled against India, but Canada has failed to provide any evidence to back the allegations that it is leveling. Just like last time, there was no evidence in public domain, but Canada continued to link India to the killing of Hardeep Singh Nijar. India, of course, has contested this and has demanded credible and concrete evidence to back the allegations that Canada is making. As far as the Trudeau government is concerned, it is in minority in the Canadian House of Commons with just 153 MPs, whereas the halfway mark is 170. And experts believe the reason behind Trudeau leveling these allegations against India constantly is because he needs support of Khalistani Jagmeet Singh, pro-Khalistani Jagmeet Singh and his MPs. 25 MPs supported the Trudeau government and helped them cross the majority mark. Now, Jagmeet Singh recently pulled out of the ruling coalition, putting Trudeau on tenterhooks, and Trudeau government survived a no-confidence motion because the two fence-sitter blocs refused to back the motion. We have some breaking inputs coming in as well. Domestic politics also intensifying on this issue after TMC MP echoes Trudeau. Now Suvendu has lashed out at TMC and the Mamata government, at Mamata Banerjee, questioning nomination of TMC MP and hitting out, calling it an anti-national mindset. So Suvendu Adhikari has put out a post asking Sagarika Ghosh on what grounds was Sagarika Ghosh nominated to Rajya Sabha. Multiple questions that Suvendu Adhikari is asking in this post, hitting out at Mamata Banerjee, calling the mindset anti-national. This after Trudeau's views were echoed. Suvendu Adhikari asking on what grounds was Sagarika Ghosh nominated to Rajya Sabha. So BJP there hitting out at TMC for the recent comments made by the TMC MP on the government of India based on the allegations levelled by Mr. Trudeau. Let's go across to Mohit for more on this. Mohit, it's a long post put out by Suvendu Adhikari is asking grounds on which Sagarika Ghosh was nominated to Rajya Sabha, also calling the mindset of the party and the MP anti-national.
Well, yes, in fact, Swati, it's a long post put out by Suvendu Adhikari, and he has hit out at Mamata Banerjee and Sagarika Ghosh and said that on what grounds she was nominated to Rajya Sabha by Mamata Banerjee, because she seemed to be anti-national, because she does great bidding for foreign powers. Now, this comes after the fact that how Sagarika Ghosh has put out a tweet quoting the statement of Justin Trudeau, where Justin Trudeau has made serious charges against India regarding the killing of Canadian nationals on Canadian soil, but Canada has not been able to provide any proof of it. Perhaps that is why India has sent out a strong message. India has asked Canada to Canadian envoys to leave India as soon as possible, and we see that how the whole country is together against this action by Canada. We are standing with our country, but we see that how Sagarika Ghosh has put out a tweet, and she has in fact attacked the Prime Minister over the statement made by Trudeau, and that is why Suvendu Adhikari attacks Mamata Banerjee, saying that because she is that is Sagarika Ghosh anti-national, she is being nominated to Rajya Sabha, and he also goes on to say that opposing the ruling party of the country is one thing, but opposing the country itself and trying to diminish its stature is pathetic. So we see a very strong reaction coming in from BJP, and we can expect in the day other BJP leaders can also come out and react to the statement. Because
absolutely, Mohit, thank you for getting us the details. Now, in the middle of the escalating diplomatic row, the opposition in India says it expects Prime Minister Narendra Modi to take the leader of opposition in both houses of parliament and the leaders of other parties into confidence on the issue.
ये हमारी फॉरेन पॉलिसी की विफलता है। हम कनाडा जैसे देश को भी विश्वास में नहीं ले पाए। देखिए, ये जो दोनों के रिलेशन का सवाल है, ये काफी अरसे से तनावपूर्ण है।
It is a matter of concern because India and Canada used to have a cordial relationship, and number of Indians living in Toronto and other parts of Canada, and government of India should keep this in mind.
मेरे लिए सिर्फ एक हम जैसे लोगों के लिए चिंता का विषय है, एक व्यक्ति विशेष का नाम आना, एक इस स्केल पर मैं समझता हूं ये सारी चीजें डिस्पेल होनी चाहिए एविडेंस के साथ. That's what we want.
Well, let's in the meantime get you another update of the India-Canada diplomatic standoff row. There has been a big statement that has come across from the Canadian leader saying that Canadians are being harassed by Indian diplomats. That is another statement, of course, when it comes to the series of allegations and wild allegations that continue to be levelled on part of the Canadian authorities and leaders. Let's listen into Jagmeet Singh. As we try and play out the reaction that came in from the Canadian leader, however, Rishabh, there seems to be a sort of an understanding as far as vote bank politics is concerned in Canada, with the sinking ship, as Justin Trudeau seems to be emphasizing and risking it all as far as diplomatic relations with India is concerned.
Well, Only answer to whatever Canada is doing is British Columbia. British Columbia is a place where the anti-India elements have gained prominence, and the Canadian government and Canadian authorities have given them that space to gain prominence. And now, given that the elections are just months away in Canada and Justin Trudeau is on a sticky wicket, what Justin Trudeau is trying to do is to ensure that that vote bank, the British Columbia seats, fall in his basket. That could help him continue as Prime Minister of Canada in the second term as well. Remember, NDP, Jagmeet Singh, as you mentioned, was alliance partner of Liberal Party. His seats were very, very important for Justin Trudeau, and that is the reason he was in power. Now Jagmeet Singh has taken a step back, realizing that the popularity meter of Justin Trudeau is not up to the mark for the elections.
Right.
But Justin Trudeau believed that by doing what he is doing, he could woo the voters of one select group, the anti-India element group that belongs to Jagmeet Singh and can continue on his own in power.
It seems
Remains
that
to be seen
Justin
whether
Trudeau seems to be taking the Jagmeet Singh line and targeting as far as when it comes to Indian diplomats in Canada is concerned for his political survival. As far as Jagmeet Singh is concerned, he too has raised the issue against Indian diplomats. Let's listen in.
I love our country. I love our democracy. I would do anything to protect it. I can't imagine or understand any political leader who wouldn't also do anything to protect our country. And that's why it troubles me deeply that Pierre Poilievre is unwilling to receive a security clearance and to fully understand what's going on. A leader should have in their mind the utmost and most important thing is country first. Protecting our country, protecting Canadians. We've just heard from the RCMP that Canadians are being targeted. Canadians are being shot at. Their homes are being shot at. Their businesses are being shot at. They're being extorted. And it directly is being alleged, is directly being orchestrated by Indian government officials. In a time when we have active threats against Canadians, that he wants to be the only leader that doesn't want to look at what's going on. That does send a message to the Indian government that there's one leader that's willing to look away.